Welcome to Game Plan. Today we're going to talk about the Iowa State game and some things that went well. As you know, Texas didn't have the best offensive performance against Iowa State. They ran the ball 52 times for 141 yards. That's an average of 2.7 yards per carry. In the passing game, they averaged 6.69 yards per attempt for a 49 quarterback rating. Not exactly great. Only putting up 17 points against Iowa State, not great. But they did some good things. So let's talk about that. First of all, their time of possession. Texas had a time of possession of 40 minutes and 31 seconds. It's almost 3/4 of the game. In the fourth quarter, they took the game away from Iowa State. They held the ball for 11 minutes and 30 seconds, including the last 7 minutes and 35 seconds of the game, really making it impossible for Iowa State to come back. So there's three things that really they did well during the game. The first is the inside run game, and we'll talk about that. The second is a screen game. They had some good plays in the screen game, and I think that if they had stuck with that a little bit more, they might have seen more success. And then lastly, you're going to see them finding some receivers in space. We're looking to push the ball down the field a lot, and when they find the receivers in space and let them make a play, they have a lot better chance of being successful, and then they can pick and choose when they want to push the ball down the field. So let's look at this inside run game. In the inside run game, the first play they like to use is a zone read. You're going to see big on the play side. That basically means your linemen are blocking their linemen. The center and the backside guard are going to fold, creating a lead blocker for Warren. And they really like to run this out of trips. You'll see a good play here for 5 yards. And then another inside zone here out of the trips formation. Once again, a good play, about 8 yards. And then another inside zone. He's going to get outside and get a first down. Another inside run play that Texas had success with is this little ISO play. This time, instead of folding at the center and backside guard position, they're going to go ahead and create a double team there. They're still big on the play side, meaning our linemen are blocking their linemen. And then the tight end is going to lead up on the play side backer, create a little seam. Good run there. Now you're going to see the touchdown play. So they had some success with that in the first quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, when they held the ball for 7.5 minutes to end the game, they went back to it, and they had a lot of success there as well. I'm going to see it again. This is another fourth quarter run. Nice gain to 6-7 yards. Off of that, they're going to run this little quarterback read. Instead of blocking him if that ends outside, they're going to read him. Right here, he comes and crashes the fullback. Bouchel keeps it for a nice gain. So Texas did have some success with the inside run game. They weren't perfect. They had some problems. The first I'm going to show you here is that the running backs sometimes stop their feet in the hole, whether they're trying to hesitate and make a little jump cut, or they just don't explode through the hole like they should. They tiptoe through the hole, as coaches would call it. What that does is that keeps your momentum from going forward. When your momentum's going forward as a running back, you have the tendency to fall forward and gain yards. When you tiptoe or jump cut, you've stopped all your momentum. You're no longer a moving target. It makes you very easy to tackle. It's almost like doing a form tackle with a tackling dummy. Even the most fundamental of junior high football players can do that. Tom Herman talks about getting fired for missing blocks, or many people speculate that he may reduce playing time for a running back missing blocks. To me, if a running back stops in the hole, that's a fireable offense. You won't run the ball for me. You won't play for me if you stop in the hole. And you're going to see it on this play. Porter gets a first down here, but he tries to jump cut, gives himself up. It could have been a bigger play. Once again here, that little jump cut gives the defense time to catch up. And then right here, he doesn't really jump cut, but he does that hesitation, and it cost him yards. Really like to see him plant his foot in the ground and get upfield. He does an okay job of that here, and he gets a decent little gain. We're going to look at another problem that happened on Thursday night a couple times in the run game. The offensive linemen do an okay job when they're asked to drive block. That is, get off the ball and get movement on the defensive front. Here they're asking them to use a different technique. They want to widen this defensive end on the backside, so they're going to make it look like a pass block, try and get that defensive end to come upfield and pass the play. The offensive line struggles with that technique, and you'll see it here. Kerstetter just gets a little too wide, creates a seam for the defensive end to come inside of him and chase the play down from the backside. And we'll see it from a different angle. Another area of their game that Texas had success on Thursday night was the wide receiver screen game, and I'd really like to see them do this more, especially on early down situations. This does three things. One, it gains positive yards, which is always good. Two, it slows down the pass rush. And three, it widens the defense, creating better matchups for your inside run game. And you'll see a couple plays here. They had success doing this. Get the wide receivers open in space and make the defensive backs make a tackle. And I think our skill positions will win that matchup most of the time. Now you're going to see one problem that happens with the screen game, and it's a lot like what we looked at earlier in the inside run game with the running backs not hitting the hole, stopping their feet, and creating a play for the defense. So here the wide receiver is going to go in motion. They're going to get it out to him. And right there, you see the hole? He's got to get up into that hole to make a play. And lastly, we need to focus on a short, quick passing game outside of that screen game that gets the ball to our receivers in space. This also relieves pressure off the offensive line because they don't have to protect the quarterback for a long period of time. He should get the ball out relatively quickly, and he doesn't have to push the ball down the field. The wide receiver should be open on a nice short pass, catch it, and then gain yards with his feet. You'll see a little play action here where it doesn't exactly come out as quick as I would like, but it is covered up underneath. Still a good gain. And then here Shane and Gerard do a good job of seeing the blitz, adjusting the route, and getting the ball out quickly. This also works when you get the ball to your backs out in the space. You'll see here a nice little check down. Should have come out earlier, but it's still a nice 4 or 5 yard gain on second down. And then you're going to see a little screen play. This helps developing offensive linemen. It slows down the pass rush, and it creates a good play for the offense. In fact, here there's a first down. And I can't say enough good things about Tennille Carter. They need to get him more involved in the game. Here you're going to see how dangerous he can be coming out of the backfield. He's a really good pass catcher. We need to utilize that. He's smart. You can see here he uses his head. He gets in the right hole, runs hard downhill, knows where he's got to get for the first down, and picks it up. And then you'll see a draw play to him. He's a good player, and he needs to be more involved on this offense. And lastly, I don't understand this play call. Right now, the offense is getting in a rhythm. They've already put 7 points on the board. You can see them gaining confidence, picking up chunky yards with the inside run game and that screen game that we showed you earlier. This is not the time to get cute or fancy. The outside run game, our offensive linemen have trouble with that stretch block, especially with the quickness of defensive linemen in college football. And this is just asking for trouble. There's no need to run a trick play right here. I really don't like this play call. I think you just keep marching the ball down the field. No need to get cute because this is what happens. So you have some examples of things that Texas did well that they can get back to improve their offense and get it back on track. Need to stick with the inside run game using the ISO, the inside zone, and the power. Use a screen game to your wide receivers to relieve pressure off the offensive line and widen the defense. And then use the short passing game to get the ball to your playmakers quickly and once again relieve pressure off your offensive line. Well, there you have it. All in under 10 minutes. Thanks for tuning in, and hook 'em horns.